So I think I found the weirdest feature of the PlayStation 5 is that the PS5 will let you stream PS4 games. Now, Lavon, what the heck are you talking about? What the heck do you mean? Well, as you can see from this article, the PS5 will let you stream PS4 games, but is it worth it? PS4 game streaming on PS5 is a neat party trick. Probably not that useful. Let's read a little bit more about it. So, there were a handful of devils in the details. One example is game streaming. Just as the PS4 can stream games to the PS Vita from remote play, the PS4 will also be able to stream games to the PS5. The advantage of using remote play in this way, as Sony points out, is that you won't have to use any of that precious SSD space, rumored to be just, 664 gigabytes after the OS has taken into account on PS4 games. There is a downside to it. Yes, people, there is a downside. While PS4 games on PS5 generally will get a shot in the arm performance-wise, games streamed from the PS4 will be the same as they ever were. So really, when you think about it, why bother doing this feature? Like, why? Like, the way that I see it, just keep your PS4 or just use your PS5 to play your PS4 games natively. Like, why bother doing this feature? But this is one of those practices, when you really think about it, that'll probably never really be used like that. Like, why bother waste electricity? Like, why even freaking bother? But here's the thing. You need to keep your PS4 in order to do this feature. But to me, like, at that point, why even bother? Why even bother? Like, I would rather play the games natively. That is what I would do. Not just, stream it to the PS5. I would just play it on the PS4 natively or play it on the PS5 natively. Digitally or physically. But this is just a weird feature. Like, this is just really a weird feature. And also, too, that it'll save up space and stuff like that. Like, people, what happened to deleting games? Like, what happened to that concept? I do all the time. When I'm running out of space, I delete a game that I'm not really playing like that. I just hit the delete. That's all I have to do. And that, you could be doing the exact same thing that I'm doing. Just delete your games, people. That's all you gotta do. Nothing more. Nothing less, people. I mean, come on. Come the freak on. Like, this is just... Like, really. But I think that this is the weirdest feature of the PS5, or in this case the PS4, however you want to put it. But it's a weird but pointless feature overall when you really think about it, because you might as well just, play the PS4 games natively on your PS4 or on your PS5 through physically or digitally. Now, a question that I do have, though, is that will you be able to stream your PS4 games to the PS Vita through the PS5? Meaning that, since the PS5 has PS4 backwards compatibility, will I be able to use my PS Vita with my PS5 to stream those PS4 games on that little tiny handheld screen? Now, that's something will be interesting. But this whole, having games being streamed on the PS5 with the PS4, like, as a remote play feature, like, that's really not all that useful. But having, PS5 games and maybe, or probably just PS4 games, having them be streamed to the PS Vita from PS5, that would be a neat feature. But this isn't really all that. In fact, I think it's pretty weird that this feature is being, offered and, being built into the system or something like that. Like, that's just weird. That's a weird feature that probably a small minority of people will at most use, but not a lot of people will even at most care about like that. Like, when you really think about it, like, who is really going to be keeping their PS4 to stream the games to the PS5? Like, who is really going to do something like that? Like, who's going to be that person to do such a thing? Like, come on, people. Like, this feature, when you really think about it, it's lame. Like, it is weird and kind of pointless when you really think about it. Like, it's not really anything special. Like, it might be neat at first, but in the long term, it's just really pointless. Like, it really is pointless. Now, I do have one question, though. And this is more related to the PS4 backwards compatibility. Will I be able to play PS2 classics on the PlayStation 5? Since, PS4 backwards compatibility is pretty much at 99%, only about 10 games won't be playable on the PS5, that are from the PS4. Will I be able to play PS2 classics on the PS5? That's what I'm wondering. So that would be a cool feature right there. But as far as this goes, like I said, it's pretty much irrelevant. Like, it's weird and kind of pretty much, when you really think about it, useless. But anyway, I've been rambling long enough. What do you guys think of this feature? Let me know in the comment section below of this video. Hit that notification bell. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. And when you hit that notification bell, you gotta hit all notifications, so that way you can be notified for future Lavon Cason videos and future Lavon Cason live streams.